Wow, it's been a minute since I've done a bag review. Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by the channel, and today's review is the Lowepro Quadguard BP X2. Going to review this bag. I'm going to tell you my dislikes, my likes, my wish they could have done better, or a question of why they did that, and also basically what I like and what I don't like about this bag. Now, I've had this bag for about a year, and my interest in the hobby, FPV hobby, has changed just a little bit. I started off with the 5-inch and 4-inch quads, and now I'm not flying those as much, but I am flying the micro series, the Tiny Whoops, the Acro Bs, Mobula 7s, all the good stuff now. And so I think I can give a review of the bag and how it's changed and what I liked and what I disliked, both with the 5-inch and also now with the micro. Again, let's take a look. Disclaimer, this is not going to be a technical review. If you need all the technical specs, what the material's made out of, all that yada yada stuff, head over to lowepro.com and take a look at what they have as far as specs. This is a down and dirty review that is going to be my everyday use and what I think about the bag. So let's get started. First, length of the bag, roughly 22 inches. The width at its largest point, roughly about 13.5 inches, and deep, let's call it 10. Again, if you take a look at this bag, it has this almost kind of like a plastic material, hard plastic. It's just good quality Lowepro bag. I have a lot of Lowepro bags, and you know, again, the quality of these bags is second to none. The material's great. It's got a padded back here, which is comfortable. The shoulder straps, padded, probably could be a little bit more, but I think on all the Lowepro bags, that's just how they come. I wish they would pad it up a little bit more. I don't know if you want to have this bag, you know, walking miles and miles. It might get a little bit uncomfortable, but they do have a strap for around your waist, which is pretty awesome. They also, on the bottom here, have a weather guard that you can pull out and come over to the bag. But I'll tell you the disadvantage of that in a second. When you take a look at the front of the bag here and unzip that, they say you can use this for sunglasses or something else. I'm a little bit worried about sunglasses just because there's not a whole lot of room in here. When I was flying 5-inch quads, I would put a couple of sets of propellers here, but you have some slim pockets, straps here, a slim pocket here that you can put stuff into, a little more bendy strap in here. I just don't know if I would put something in here that is of value, that like sunglasses, that maybe I could crush. This is hard, but there's just not a whole lot of space in between here. Got a nice pull handle. This feels really comfortable when you pick it up. I pick up this bag a whole lot by this. I've always felt comfortable. The stitching here is really top notch, so it's not going anywhere. You have one bag here and a little mesh pocket here that you could probably slide some things in here that you need to. Also, they have this stretch out pocket here, which is nice. You can probably put some water in here, bottled water, or some other things that you need to put in here. So it's a nice little space. On the same side, same setup, you have the pocket here, and then you have this pocket, but it also adds a clip where you can put your keys into and slide it back in and zip it up. So let's get to one of the main things that I'm not too crazy about, and that is strapping the quads to the outside. So a couple things. I've used these. I've put a couple different quads on here. I think the X2 for the Lowepro Quadguard bag is that you can put 2 quads on here. I've had that. I've done that. I've gone out to the field. It's been great. These straps are heavy duty, and they can strap right in here and click to hold tight. And they also have a clip here that you can release. Again, these are heavy duty, awesome. But the thing with that is, if I'm going on a hike and I'm taking my quads in here and I want to take a break, I can't get to all the compartments inside the bag without turning it over, which is a hassle, because that means I need to take my quads out. Also, when I'm traveling, I want to throw this bag into my Jeep. I got to be careful that I have my quads in a way that I set the bag in a way. So that's a little bit bothersome to me. I've seen you have some straps here where you could put the quads to the side, which I ended up doing, just because I don't like anything on front of the bag that prohibits me to get inside the bag with the contents without taking that off. I think that's just kind of a pain. It might be little, you guys might not mind it. I just didn't like that. Also, having the quads out here and taking the all-weather bag, it doesn't fit all over the quads, especially if you have a GoPro mount on your quads. It's going to stick out a little bit farther. So that's just a little bit bothersome. I love what they're thinking, but I just don't like that. I like all my contents and my electronics inside the bag, just in case I get, it starts raining. If I'm a couple miles away and all of a sudden it starts raining and I got two expensive quads on the outside, that's going to be bothersome to me. So again, good quality on the outside. Straps are nice. You can put two on here. You can mount the straps. Here is one edge to this edge. You could mount them here. Again, if you have a 5-inch quad though, your arms and your propellers are sticking out. It's just, if I need to get to the back of the bag, I'm going to have to take the quads off, which I think is, it's not a big issue, but it is an issue. So let's get started here on the contents of the inside of the bag. Again, mine's going to look different than from maybe what you started to use. If you take a look at the back of the flap here, you have a mesh bag that you can put stuff into. They have these nice like mole straps here, which I think is awesome, because you can put some screwdrivers, you can put some different types of tools right in here. Again, I think that is a great use of space where I can put stuff in. Again, up here, if you want to put some micro SD cards or anything like this for your goggles up here, or maybe your goggle antennas, you can strap them up here and it's good to go. Again, I always love this setup for Lowepro. They've done a nice job in finding ways to put tools and things of that nature in here and in spaces. So if you look at my setup here, I fly both Spectrum and FRI Sky. So I have two controllers that I usually bring with me. As you can see, I've put in my whoops and my micros in here. But let's go through some of the contents and what I use this bag for. So down here, I have my extra props that I have. And then I have a case of motors. So replacement motors that I usually bring with me. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 compartments. I usually stick my my whoops in here with also a little bit of with the cases in here. I just like that extra protection, and so I have them here. I have the new Mob 7 that I just slide right in here. And then I have room for a battery checker. You can put in your chargers in here, so you have enough room for a lot of different things. Even with one of the cases in here, I still have room on the top here to put some things. So if I needed to put here, so these are deep and spacious. Again, I like carrying some boxes that have some of my micros and also some of my batteries in here. And you know, when you start having some of these like this, it just takes up some space. Again, one receiver. I have a LiPo bag that I put some of my, once I'm done flying, put those batteries in there to determine which ones I need to charge again. So a deep pocket back here. Like I said, I put those couple of cases in here, and you'll have some more room that you can put some of the other things that you need in here. Here comes to one of the other issues of this bag. So this flap here has a strap here where you can put a quad, and I have put a 4-inch here with no GoPro mount. It's worked fine. I had America 5-inch quad with a GoPro session on top, and I will tell you that it just didn't fit, because I would put it in here, it was too high, and when I closed here, it would have a kind of a peak here, and that was just kind of bothersome. Again, that's why then you would start putting your quads on the outside. This is removable, and it has a pocket here, a mesh pocket that you can put some more little flat things in here. And this, again, it can be taken off. So when you open up the compartment down here, you have another couple spaces where you can put some things, but here's also my other receiver, my XD9, which fits in there, and then my HDO Fat Sharks also fit right here in this compartment here. So one of the other issues of this bag, so if I have this radio down here, the strap for my lanyard, that piece that sticks out, also makes this compartment not lay flat. So if you can see it this way, you can see that it moves up. Again, that starts to be an issue, because I can put some things on the bottom here, but when I come up here, it's not going to close right because this is up on an angle. So that really just kind of bums me out a little bit, just because having your radio down here where it's supposed to go, but having your lanyard strap on there moves this piece, and there is not any Velcro on the side here where you can move this up, which wouldn't mean a whole lot either. So if you have this, and if you have a quad that doesn't have a GoPro mount, this is going to be fine. But if you have a quad with a GoPro mount on here, it's going to be hard to close the bag, and if you do close the bag, you're going to have a little point in your back. So that is one of the disadvantages of this bag. Overall, I like the bag. I don't know if I would get it again. I might try to find something that's a little bit different, but since I've kind of changed from the bigger quads to the micro quads, this bag has some usage for me. But again, I have 2 radios. I have all other little stuff that I want to pack in there. I can, but it gets a little bit tight. Also, if I can't fit in some of my other boxes, I just bring those by hand. So if you have this bag and you set it up differently, I'd love to know. Post them in the comments. I'd love to know how you've done it, because maybe I'm missing some things here. Or also, if you have a bag that you carry for your micros, and your tiny whoops and your acro bees and all that, let me know in the comments too. I'd love to check out those bags and see what those are all about. Again, love Lowepro. Think it's a good attempt at a FPV bag. Again, the two major big things on this is having the quads on the outside, and also this package here where I can't put a quad with a GoPro mount because it just won't fit. So those are the 2 major things that I'm bummed about the bag. Again, I've kind of moved from the bigger quads and gotten to the smaller quads, but I still have some of those same issues, especially here with this top part of making sure that the bag can properly zip up. So again, this is the review of this down and dirty bag here. I want to thank you for stopping by the channel. If you like bag reviews, I got another one coming up soon. It's for the DJI Mavic Pro 2 511 GPC bag, which was a limited edition. I got that. Can't wait to review that. That bag has been awesome. So if you want to see that, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you want to find out when my next video is, hit the bell icon. I appreciate it. Leave some comments down below of what you kind of think of this bag and what you use. And until next time, I'll see you at the next review.